Yo, what is up? So in this tutorial, we're gonna go ahead and make our inventory buttons. So like these, our inventory type buttons. So we'll have this little scroll bar where we could choose our different inventory types, and then it'll open up our different inventory menus. Yep. Let's just hop into it. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go to our blueprints, widgets, and we're going to create a widget here. User interface, widget blueprint. We're going to call this inventory type buttons underscore W. We're going to open this guy up. We're going to add a canvas panel. And then we're going to find a scroll box. Add that there on the scroll box. We're gonna center this in the middle. We're gonna align it to 0.5 and 0.5. And let's see, let's make the size X 600, size Y 100. Well, let's do, yeah, we'll do 100 for now. And let me pull up my reference here. So, let's grab a button, throw this on the scroll box. Oh, on the scroll box, we need to change this to be orientation. We're gonna change this to be horizontal, like that. Then on the button, we're gonna make the button size. Let's see. Where is it? Image size right here. Make it 90 on the X. You want to do this for... Actually, you know what? We need to wrap this. Let's wrap this with a size box. Then on the size box, we're going to do a width override of... let's say 100. And we're gonna give the size box a padding of 5. Let's make the width override 90. And let me see. Cool. Yeah, then we're gonna add a text to it. Add a text to the button. In the text, I'm going to change the font to my lemon milk. I'm going to change the size to 8. Cool. This is going to be our... Let's rename the scroll box. This is going to be our inventory type. Inventory types button scroll box. Then the size box. This is going to be our tools size box. Then the button, it's going to be our tools button. And then the text, this is going to be our tools button text. And we're going to make it say tools. And I'm going to give it an outline size of 1. Also on the button, I'm going to change the color of it a bit on the normal. I'm going to make it a little darker, like that. I'm going to copy that color and paste it onto the pressed, like that. So, that's pretty much our first one. So, yeah, now we just need to make all our different buttons. So let me pull up my other references here. The next one will be this one, our ashes button. So I'm going to duplicate the size box. We're going to call this ashes size box. Copy that. And this is going to be our ashes button. And this is going to be our ashes button text. And I'm going to make it say ashes. Oh, that's our second one. I'm going to duplicate this guy. We need to do our next one, which is going to be our crafting materials. So change this to be crafting materials size box. I'm going to copy that. This is going to be our crafting materials button. It's going to be our crafting materials button text, and I'm just going to paste crafting materials in. I'm just going to make it say crafting because that way it fits in the button. Cool. So now I'm just going to duplicate this guy. We need to do our next one, which is going to be our bolstering materials. So this is going to be our bolstering materials size box. I'm going to copy that. It's going to be our bolstering materials button. This is going to be our bolstering materials button text. I'm going to paste this into the text, and I'm just going to make it say bolstering. That way it fits inside the button. And next is going to be, let's see, this one, our key items. So duplicate the here on bolstering. Let's change the padding of it a little bit. Well, let's put 4 padding on all of these texts actually. Real quick. We still need to change the padding of bolstering though. Bolstering, I'm just gonna get rid of the left padding. That, or maybe just give it like 1 padding on the left. Way it's a little more centered. Cool. Alright, so now we'll duplicate this one. And this is gonna be our key items size box. Copy that. We'll go to the button. This is gonna be our key items button. Then here, this is gonna be our key items button text. And we'll make this say key items. Then I'm gonna give it put the padding back to 4 on all 4 sides. And let's see, our next one gonna be our sorceries. So duplicate this guy, and this is gonna be our sorceries size box. Copy that. And then the button, we're gonna make this say sorceries button. And then our text, this is gonna be our sorceries button text. And then in the text, we'll make it say sorceries. So next will be our incantations. So duplicate this guy. It's gonna be our incantations size box. Copy that. Then the button, gonna be our incantations button. And then the text gonna be our incantations button text, and then in the text we'll make it say incantations. This one I'm gonna bring the size down a little bit to 6 and put the left padding to 2, make it fit in the center a little bit better. And next we're gonna do our Ashes of War. So duplicate this one. This is gonna be our Ashes of War size box. Copy that. Go to the button. It's gonna be our Ashes of War button. Go to the text. It's gonna be our Ashes of War button text. And then in the text, we'll make it say Ashes of War. Give it the spaces. Like that. And then our next one gonna be our melee armaments. So duplicate this guy. Just gonna type in melee size box. Oh, copy that. Go to the button. It's gonna be our melee button. Go to the text. This is gonna be our melee button text, and then in the text we're gonna make it say melee. Also gonna increase the size back up to 8. Put all the padding back to 4. Now our next one is gonna be our ranged weapons. So duplicate this guy. It's gonna be our ranged size box. Copy that. And this is gonna be our ranged button. And gonna be our ranged button text, and in the text we'll make it say ranged. So our next one here is going to be our arrows. So duplicate this guy, make this say arrows size box. Copy that. This is going to be our arrows button. And in the text, will be our arrows button text, and we'll make it say arrows pile save. So next, gonna be our shields. So duplicate the size box. Gonna be our shields size box. Copy that. And the button is gonna be our shields button. And in the text, this is gonna be our shields button text, and we'll make it say shields. So next, we're gonna do our heads. So we'll duplicate this guy. And this is gonna be our heads size box. Or not heads. Let's get rid of the S. Be our head size box. We'll go to the button. This will be our head button. And then the text will be our head button text. We'll make it say head. And next, it's gonna be our chest. So, duplicate this guy. This will be our chest size box. Copy that. Go to the button. This is gonna be our chest button. Then in the text, this is gonna be our chest button text. And in the text, make it say chest. So, our next one is gonna be our arms. So, duplicate the size box. And this will be our arms size box. Copy that. Go to the button. This is going to be our arms button. Then in the text, this is going to be our arms button text. And then in the text, make it say arms. So our next one is going to be our legs. So duplicate the size box. This will be our legs size box. Copy that. Go to the button. It's gonna be our legs button. Then the text. This will be our legs button text. Then in the text, I can say legs. So our next one will be our talismans. So duplicate the size box. Make this say talismans size box. Copy that. Go to the button. This is going to be our talismans button. Go to the text. It'll be our talisman button text, and then in the text we'll make it say talismans. So we'll go to the next one. This is the last one here. So this is gonna be our info. So we'll duplicate this. And this will be our info size box. So copy that. Then in the button will be our info button. Then in the text, this will be our info button text. And then in the text, I can say info. Also on talismans here, let's bring the padding, the left padding to maybe 2 or 3. Gotta center it up a little bit better. Alright, so that should be good. Let's go to our inventory widget. We're gonna find our buttons, inventory type buttons widget. We're gonna add this here on the canvas panel. And we're gonna size this to content. We're gonna anchor it to the left. Center it up a little bit. 0.5 and 0.5. X position, we're gonna make 400. Y position, let's just kind of not size, Y position. Let's say about -320. About right there. Also, let's go back to the buttons. On the scroll box, I'm gonna wrap this guy with a border. I'm just gonna make this border black. Also, I'm gonna change the size X to say maybe 620. Oh no, not size X. Size Y. Let's change that to like 120. Yeah, something more like that. Also on the scroll box, I'm gonna type in visibility, scroll bar visibility. I'm gonna set that to hidden. And then I'm gonna type in padding. I'm gonna set all of this padding here to 0. Like that. And let's check it. So, press play. And we pause, inventory, and we got it. Hell yeah. So, yep, that's all we're gonna do for this one. So, in the next one, we'll start working on, we'll probably save actually building the inventory for last. I just want to go ahead and get like the full menu and stuff kind of built first. And then we'll build our inventory slots and stuff last. So in the next one, we might work on the little text up here that'll say which inventory that you're inside when you click on these buttons. Or we might go ahead and start working on our status menu. So like when you look here, you see you got the information over here, and then you got your character status and stuff over here. Yeah. But for now, we're going to call it here for this one. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you're new around here, definitely subscribe. If you have any questions, let me know those down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.